Hi, thanks for joining us for this video today. My name is Patrick Kelly, and I'm the author of 2 financial books, Tax-Free Retirement and recently released The Retirement Miracle. And today I have a special guest in the studio with me, Elmo Jackson from Midland, Texas. Elmo, thanks for taking the time to come up.
Hey, my pleasure, Patrick. Couldn't enjoy it more.
Tell me, years ago, you owned how many restaurants?
I had 6 restaurants in a catering business.
Obviously, owning 6 restaurants, you saw firsthand the struggles, the trials, the issues that business owners dealt with. Let's talk, and I know those listening who are business owners are going to go, I get that one. What are some of the challenges that business owners face today?
I think the biggest thing that I realized when I left the restaurant business is that I hadn't taken enough time for myself to do any good planning. I was 57 years old, but the bottom line is my financial plan was non-existent. It was a mess.
Why is that? Why do you think business owners don't take time to plan?
Well, when you first start your business, what you do is you plow all your money that you make back into your business. When I sell my businesses, that's my retirement.
That's right. It's just one of those common things that we see in the marketplace, isn't it?
Exactly. And the thing about it, when you sell your business, you're going to get a lump sum of money, and where are you going to put it? And traditionally, you're going to put it either in the stock market, or you're going to put it in bonds or CDs or whatever, which, guess what? Every one of those instruments are taxable. So you're just adding to the tax burden.
But we're going to pique their interest just a little bit here, because I know you have a tool. As you work with individuals, business owners in particular, you have a tool that will allow them to be able to put money away for themselves. And if they choose to do themselves only, they can keep it to just themselves, correct?
That's correct.
Also be able to put it away where they can access these monies later if they do it right, and be able to get it, not only what they put away, but also the growth tax-free.
Exactly.
Unbelievable. And talk to me about, are they riding the volatility of the stock market?
Absolutely not. You participate. It's an index life product, equity index life insurance product. And what this does, it participates in the upside of the market, but not the downside. I know that sounds too good to be true.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit.
But when they sit down with me, I educate them and run the numbers for them and provide them with one of your books to read, because it's an educational process for them. They need to understand the information that I'm sharing with them. And so what you do is you sit down and you can structure this depending on the monies they have now and the monies they expect to have in retirement. And I've done several of these plans for some really nice business owners out in the Midland area.
But the reality of it is, folks, you need to understand what Elmo just said is very, very possible. It's not smoke and mirrors, it's math and science, that it is possible to put money away that will grow up to a point when the market grows and is guaranteed never to go down when the market goes down. It's a pretty powerful tool.
It's an amazing tool. And
that's chapter 15 of of The Retirement Miracle. It's this secret, really, that business owners don't know exists, because for that business owner who plans to sell their business someday and have that money be what they live on, what options do they have available? They can put their money in the stock market, in mutual funds.
Everything is either going to be at risk, or it's going to be so safe that it's not going to give them any return.
And probably not even
and all of them are going to be taxed.
That's right.
And so, we're trying to avoid all the above, and you can do it with an index life product.
So there's a way for the business. There's 2 ways really you can structure it. One, you can structure it where they could, if they wanted a big income in retirement, that they could really stuff this thing full of money early.
Absolutely.
And then be able to live on that later.
Absolutely. They can structure it with the minimum amount of death benefit and put as much money as they can in, whether it's a 7-year, 10-year window, max it out, and then they can be able to start drawing income out of that for life tax-free.
But there's another way. For the business owner that does plan to sell their business someday, which they're going to have this big lump sum and they don't know what to do with it. Tell me about how this product, this strategy can work for that person.
Okay. Matter of fact, I've got a perfect example in Midland, Texas. I'm dealing with a business owner out there, and he did one of the one of the dump-ins over 7 years. He's going to retire in 7 years. He's got a window, and he's got the money to put away, and over the years been putting in the market. He was fed up with the market. He was scared of the market.
Sure,
He didn't want taxes. So we structured one of these. He's going to load this up for 7 years. But then on the other side, we did a second to die for him and his wife, where he can put the minimal amount in right now, and he knows exactly right now what he's going to sell his business for, because it's a contractual buyout already with the company that he's representing, and he's going to be able to put $2 million in that in 7 years from now, guaranteed, and start drawing income off of both of them tax free. That's the huge thing.
That's unbelievable. And so this big dumping. Now, if he sells his business, there'll probably be some capital gains tax on
Absolutely, yes, sir.
But after the capital gains is paid.
And that's what we calculated. We calculated what his agreement was, went ahead and projected his tax bracket. Of course, we don't know. That could go up. But we shot high. We went high on the tax bracket, and we know for a fact he's going to have right at $2 million to put in there.
So that $2 million, because that will be after capital gains, he can put that into this policy that you've talked about because you designed it properly. And that's really the key here. We'll talk about that in a minute. And that will now grow without taxation. He can access that and its growth without taxation, and it's going to pass on to his heirs income tax free as well.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic.
It's amazing. I'm telling you, if I'd have known this 45 years ago or 30 years ago, if it had been available, that's the only instrument I'd have my money in.
You know, that is the most common statement or question or some form I get is like, man, where were you 30 years ago?
Yeah.
Why didn't I? And here's the interesting thing. Most of the people who deal with money in the country don't understand even how to put this together, which I want you to key in on that. That's one of the things that's so important. I know that you understand how to put this together for people. And also if it's not a fit, one of the things that's important to me, if something's not a fit for someone that you just say, you know what, I'd love to do it, but it's not the right fit.
That's right. Absolutely. And the numbers, they do the talking.
That's right.
And we get illustrations from some of the finest companies in the United States, and we walk them through that and they understand it. And if it works, they're elated when they see that it works.
How could you not be?
Exactly.
You know, if you're watching this today, I encourage you to take the opportunity to call Elmo or Scott at their office there and see if something like this makes any sense for your future. Because, you know, each person is different and unique.
Absolutely.
And if this is something that can help you as a business owner, it could make a radical difference for your financial future. So I encourage you to take the opportunity because not everybody understands it. It's easy to put together.
That's right.
So you don't charge for them to come
No,
in.
I charge no fee whatsoever to do this.
Okay.
This is an amazing tool for them, and it's something that will change their life and their family's life, and that's important to me.
Well, take advantage of this resource because I can tell you there aren't many that really fully understand how this works as well as Elmo does. So, Elmo, thank you for what you're doing in the marketplace, for your time here.
Thank you,
It's
Patrick.
just a real honor and privilege.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you, sir.